Hi Leo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your June 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Then after that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Cosmic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Six of Arrows. So this is Aquarius energy here, so for some of you this could just be saying that you might have actually been healing from a previous connection when you cross paths with this person. So I feel like you might not have fully been healed from this situation yet, but at the very least it looks like you were on that path when you came across your path with this person. For a smaller percentage of you, could just be saying that the two of you might have had a falling out in the past and you were moving toward healing that in the past, but I feel like that's a little less likely. Past energy on their side, we have the Prince of Cups and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So interesting energies to see here. Usually the Prince of Cups energy would represent Pisces. In this particular deck, it has some Scorpio elements to it too. But yeah, either way, looks like this is saying that this person might have come forward and might have seemed like they were in tune with their emotions, possibly extended a love offer to you in the past as well. And they might have saw that there was definitely potential between the two of you in the past, and you might have just met them during the time while Jupiter was transiting through Pisces also. So recently moved into Aries, so it could have been, for a lot of you, this is a newer connection where you probably have met this person within the last year. I don't feel like it goes back any further than that. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Princess of Arrows, which is the equivalent of the Page of Swords, and we have the Prince of Coins. So, and this is the equivalent of the Knight of Wands, or excuse me, Knight of Pentacles, rather. So, seeing these two come out together could just be saying that for some of you, you might actually want to reach out to this person and suggest something a little bit more serious between the two of you, or at least that's the idea that you have in mind, right? So, you might just not directly bring it up, because if we see those butterflies, that makes you think of that old term, butterflies in your stomach. So, you might be a little bit nervous about talking about this with this person, but at the very least, it looks like there's a desire there to talk with them and see where their head is at around that situation. So even if you don't directly ask them, I feel like that's going to be the intention that you guys have with the communication, to see, okay, are they open to something more serious or not? All right, present energy on their side, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is definitely an energy that's pretty light and playful. A lot of communication, a lot of passion and action. But I feel like this is saying they're definitely coming from it from a much more light, playful aspect than you appear to be, with that desire at least to discuss something more serious. So it looks like they just might be coming through more of the passionate communication, not necessarily talking about a future, but just, in the moment, more playful and flirtatious energy. All right, future energy on your side, we have the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here, and to me this is saying that, if nothing else, that you guys might still have the feelings for them, but I feel like this is saying that you might be trying to detach from them a little bit, because you might see that, okay, this person doesn't seem to be at the same place I am, right? Where you seem to be interested in exploring something a bit more serious, and this person seems to keep things a lot more light and flirtatious, and it might be fun on one end, but I feel like just as you come to the realization, like, oh, well, if I want to build something a little bit more stable, this might not be the ideal person for that, right? Future energy on their side, we have the Death card, so more Scorpio energy here too. So quite a bit of Scorpio energy coming up in the spread, so maybe some of you dealing with the Scorpio, but yeah, to me this is saying that it doesn't necessarily look like they would be willing to build something more serious either. So it could just be one of those things where, especially if you met them while you were recovering from a breakup, right? It might have just been more of a temporary thing, where you guys cross paths for a more temporary basis. But that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It doesn't look like they necessarily have the desire to build anything more stable. We'll see what the Oracle cards add to mix, but that's just the energy I'm getting so far. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the 10 of coins. So this is definitely another energy that points to stability, growth, right? So it looks like this is just where you guys are at, where you feel like, okay, whatever you're going through in the past, it looks like now you're open to love, but I feel like you're looking for something a bit more serious, and that's the vision that you have for yourselves. And we even see the King of Cups is looking in that direction as well. And speaking of King of Cups, bottom of the deck on their side, they also have the King of Cups. And beneath that, they have the Ace of Pentacles. So it could just be saying for some of you, maybe at some point they will get to that point where they will be more open to something more stable. But I feel like this is saying that you really have to be patient with this person if that's the case. It doesn't really look like they're there right now. And even when we do see that shift, they're at that Ace of Pentacles level where you guys would be at the 10 of coins, you know? So it's like a mismatch of energies there. And maybe that's, like I said, something you guys are realizing. It could be why that's going to be why you turn your back on them in the future, because you might just realize there's a bit of a gap in the maturity between the two of you and what you're looking for. All right, we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording. And what I'm going to be looking for here is unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And initially, I'll look for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while without anything come up, I'll actually just put the deck down and pull a card that way. So we'll see what we get. All right, and this one didn't want to go back in the deck. And next, we'll see what we get from them to you. Almost had one there. All right, got one. So let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have rain. I promise you. Well, I don't necessarily see you guys. I did say with the card in the present that maybe you guys would be offering something more stable, or at least desiring that, but I didn't see it coming to this level. So that might be a bit of an overblown message, I suppose, for some of you. But yeah, that's what I see with that. And then on their side, we have unrequited. It says, I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. So yeah, that's, I hate to say, but that's kind of what I was picking up on with this person, where it seems like they do have the desire for you, right, for something physical and light and playful, but anything more stable and more committed, it doesn't seem like they're there, especially not right now anyway. Like I said, maybe that could change down the line, but the impression I got there too is that that might take a while. So nothing else, at least that seems to affirm that. So we'll see what the Wisdom of the Oracle adds to the mix, though. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this one as well, but here we're just going to be looking for one card with general advice to wrap up with. All right, and this doesn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what you got. Okay, we have Clean It Up. There's the artwork, and the number is 21. So let's see what this says. Okay, the relationship message says, time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street, and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. So yeah, interesting message there. Like I said, it just doesn't seem like this person's in a place where they would want to give to a more serious connection, and maybe that's what it's talking about there as far as having that discussion, and maybe that's where you guys are in the present, right, where you're gonna ask them where they see this going, right, and then that could be where you might find out that yeah, they might not be open to it. I'll read the protection message just in case to see if that could add any more layers to the message, but like I said, it doesn't seem like this person's really looking for anything more stable. But let's see, it says, is it possible you may be focusing too much on other people right now? Trying too hard to be helpful? Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens, but what is the cost to you and to them? Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors, and you just might be adding an even greater strain. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. So yeah, definitely sounds like it could be a supportive message in a certain way there. Like I said, unfortunately, sorry to say it doesn't like this person's really too open to anything serious. But if that did resonate with you guys, hopefully you got something positive from the overall message there. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.